Hi guys, and welcome to week 5. It's called presentations on this video at least, and this is yes indeed when we do all the presentations and grading and just wrapping up. So if you're already done with your project, then there shouldn't be that much left to do. You can just enjoy and do join other people's presentations and see what they have done during the course. And also welcome today to a hopefully very interesting lecture from Swedish police. I'm kind of looking forward to that. I had no idea that they have a special group working specifically with IoT data for crime investigations. So like analyzing sensor data from cameras or people counter sensors and so on. So we will have some crime content today. I think it's super fun. Those of you who are still stressing out about your reports and stuff, don't worry. There's been so many messages in the weekend, and I think part of it was because I put like a wrong availability date on the assignment. So we have the deadlines and then there's availability date, and it just got blocked people from editing their peer reviews. So that should be fixed now. And yeah, don't worry. Basically, you have generally, basically, for this iteration of the course, you have until Friday to finish your reviews and finish everything. And even if you don't do it, I mean, the worst thing that will happen is that you won't get your grade in LADOC now. You will do it in the next iteration in August. So nothing drastic. You won't fail if you haven't submitted and so on. But I do repeat it again, like this is initial submission for peer review. It is still just work in progress. So like if you want to continue working on it, just submit for peer review so you can be assigned. Now I scheduled another assignment of peer reviews. Now I forgot where I put it, but it's in course announcements. Let's see, 1st of July at 5. So today you can still submit the whole day, and you will get reports to peer review and basically do your peer reviews until your presentation. Today we already had some presentations, right? We're in full swing. Some people already got their grades, but then if at the presentation I see, like I do check, okay, did you do all the peer reviews, right? And if it's a no, it's all right. I will check it again on Friday. So basically no stress, no panic about this deadlines. I have now also updated the deadline for August. So all right. It's okay. Bye. Some people from the lab. Yes. So yeah, that was it for me. But don't forget to do your peer reviews. I see a lot of people like, okay, I submitted my report, I'm done. But no, this assignment is done when you also reviewed others, and you will not get your grade until you review other people's reports, 2 of them. Then if you have some problems like the report is not available, for instance, like I think some people forget to make their repo public or their HackMD tutorial. So just you can also leave that as a peer review. Like this is basically not your responsibility that the other student didn't do that, but do fill it in. You can still kind of on that submission leave a comment like this is not available. Then if the student kind of fixes it or something, maybe you can come back to it. But I think we just cut that. Like basically your responsibility is to have a look at it, right? And then to make your report publicly available. Yeah, I don't think I forgot anything else. How did it go with presentations today, guys?
Something worth mentioning before we move on. There are like an instructional video on how to do the peer review in the course announcements channel as well, because I know a lot of students have like issues finding where to actually do them. But there are an instructional video on Discord.
Yes, and I think we covered it pretty well in the previous wrap-up kickoff videos for last week. We talked a lot about peer reviews and presentations. Yeah, so we have a question again in live questions on Discord, and it is like, if you I just said that you can submit the report now. It is available again. So do it as ASAP, so you get a peer review assignment today, and you can have a chance to complete it before Friday. Then any guidance for how you think the presentations should be structured? I guess we can talk a bit about that today. So I mean, Hamed, Joachim, and Lotte, if you have, I have seen one presentation today in the morning with a dog tracker. I thought that was really cool, and it had a nice little video and like a demo of how it works and how it was attached. Do you have any other suggestions, sort of how what is good to have in a presentation, what is good not to have in a presentation?
Yes, I have one suggestion for preparation. We have seen like one or two presenters, they had installed, they didn't install Discord, they had it on the browser. So they're going to have difficulty when they're going to share the screen because they don't have access to the screen from the browser. It doesn't let them do that. So please install the Discord application on your device or on Windows or Mac. That makes you being able to share. We have difficulty this morning. And also about the presentation, please prepare all the links, the link to your HackMD beforehand when you're going to join. And also before each session, we randomize the name. So you have booked the time for the session, and we just randomize the names in that list. And then based on that, we go. And don't panic if you, for example, nothing works. So we can just put you at the end of the list. So we can wait for you to fix the issues. But it's good to just test it before just joining the session. For those who are joining us during the workshops, they don't have issues. For those who didn't test their audio, they may experience some issues, but it's not that big issue. They're gonna solve it fast. And then some also experience they cannot share the screen. The thing is that, like, if you cannot share the screen, there is some you need to update your Discord. If it's not that, then you can just log out and log in back to Discord, then you can share the screen. So it has a small bug with the older version, so you cannot do that. And Discord is updated every time you run it from the operating system. So if you restart your operating system, it's updated automatically. Those were the comments that I had.
Yeah, cool. Then with like the structure of the presentation, I think it is basically the same as the report, but more visual. Some people just use the report as their slides as well and just go through it. I mean, don't read your report out loud, because that won't also fit in the time. But you can use the pictures that you just share your screen and scroll through your report, or you can also include videos that we talked about. Like, a lot of people go like, "Oh, now just before the presentation, everything broke down, nothing connects, like what should I do?" Well, hopefully then you listened to these videos before and you have recorded progress videos during working on the project. Otherwise, yeah, I guess that will be difficult. So it is okay to not do a live demo. It is very stressful in such a short time, but your presentation should include some kind of video of that it actually worked at some point, at least during the course. And code should also be included in your presentation, but again, maybe that's more for advanced, like if you have a more advanced project that is more relevant, if you have implemented some of the code yourself, do walk through it and a little bit like how it works, and then we will probably ask questions. I saw that there were 2 projects today that were more ambitious than a basic project, but they weren't signed up for a higher slot. But we kind of accommodated that anyway, so it worked out because it's not so many people that were here today. But if we look at the Wednesday schedule, like, I don't know how much coffee I need to get through that, because all of you guys sign up for Wednesday and it is 3 sessions, so like all the way until 9 p.m. So basically, if you have a more advanced project, hopefully you're not on Wednesday. There are some slots available on Thursday still as well. And I'm also been thinking that maybe some people would have to go to Thursday anyway, but we'll see. We take that later. Anything that should not be included in the presentation? Do you guys have ideas?
I may add something there. You can include whatever you want, whatever you think that is important to show us, but then keep in mind, because like some parts, like for example, when you're showing that you connected to the Wi-Fi, it's not that big. Like you spend more time to elaborate on that. So you can show the part that is more interesting for the audience. It's up to you. You're the presenter. You choose whatever you want to present to us. So just present whatever you think, because the time frame is short. So, and then we're gonna inform you 2 minutes before that 10 minutes. So we inform you, and then if you just stay on one thing for a long time, then you have less time to present the important part. So just that, and then you're free to present whatever you want.
Yeah, exactly. It's a bit of a creative assignment, and it's for us also to see that basically you are the one who actually did this project. So we try to ask tricky questions, or like at least some questions, right? To check you, and it is an examination moment to see how you structured your presentation as well, and what you think is important to share. Yes. Then again, about stressing and the deadlines. As I said, don't worry in general, but also do try to prioritize presentations, because we will have less time in August. To everyone is like, there's new courses starting, there will be difficult to get a spot and so on. So if you prioritize anything, prioritize presentation, because now this week we have time to be here with you, with all the TAs and so on. So it's okay to do the presentation first and then finish your report if you haven't done something. So presentation. And then if you have done presentation, the next thing, please remember to do the peer reviews, so you can get that check mark. Otherwise, we'll see you in August. There will already, if you look at the calendar, I added 16th of August to middle of August for the next initial report submission for peer reviews. There will be another assignment there where you get paired with someone else. And then after the weekend there, on the Monday 19th, we will have the first available presentation slots. And it probably will be 2 days, Monday and Tuesday. So please have that in mind. If you already now know that you won't be able to do those days or something, I will try to add also an evening session somewhere there. But it's a bit difficult. I don't know exactly my schedule for that time yet. But we will add more time slots, and even that is not the last chance, because we always have to have 2 re-examinations for every moment. So there will be at some point, probably in September, another chance to present and do the report and so on. But just don't push it forward too much, because you will also have new courses starting in September, and then if you don't complete it by September, then you will have to retake the whole course and do a new project. So let's not get that. Then here's another question: what do we submit to the final report submission? It is basically the same submission. I think you can already see it if you go to the assignments on Canvas. It is a URL submission, so in a similar way, you basically just gonna letting us know that you think you're finished with your report. It's a final version. It will be the one that we look at when we put the final grade. So also include a comment there if you did change something big or whatever you think there needs to be a comment. We also read that. There is no other thing. And once again, make sure that that link is publicly accessible. Yeah, it is. If there is no GitLab rep, or like maybe you put it on GitLab, that's fine, I guess. But it also needs to be public, and the code needs to be included in some way. Yeah, did I miss anything else? I don't think there needs to be any more info, right? Yes, so I think that was it. Were there any more questions? Because I'm gonna check that. Nope. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, one thing is always there's always a TA and a teacher in your presentation room, and we if we're viciously taking notes, it's because we are filling in this big grading file where we try to see if you completed all the moments in the course. We add the short description of your project and a suggested grade. Then I also got questions about when I will know my grade. I think that I will. You will sort of see it in Canvas potentially, but it might be like an automatic grade there. So you will basically know it when I put it in Ladok. I don't think there are so many of you, so I don't think I can like message in some other way. So I guess it will be a bit of a surprise. It is also okay, I suppose, to ask during the presentation if you would like feedback. But at that point, it is still like a suggested probable grade. If you are unhappy with that decision and you think that oh, can I improve something to get it up, we can take that discussion with one of the teachers. But please minimize those discussions to a minimum. Like we have tried to make it super transparent on what what's it called, grade criteria we have. So yes. I saw last time I checked Canvas, I saw 157 report submissions. So that is that is a busy week for us. Yeah, thank you for joining. Do you guys have anything to add, or should we wrap up?
I mean, I just wanted to say, also feel free to join any session that isn't yours if you want to see the projects other people made, because it can be fun just to follow along as well.
Yeah, exactly, and see how it is done is the best way to just mentally prepare as well. So if you're presenting later, check out the sessions in Discord. It's completely free to just pop in to any of the rooms. So see you there, and tune in at 1 o'clock today for the guest lecture after lunch. Otherwise, see you on Friday. We will also have a last final video to kind of summarize the course. Until then, I would also like to mention that we have a channel called Course Feedback, like this on Discord. Already now, if you would like, if you have some tips of what you think we should improve on, if you are really unhappy about Canvas and would like to submit a petition of switching to a different platform, or if you, whatever, basically be open, positive, negative, as long as it's constructive feedback, submitted there, and we will talk about it also on Friday. So if you submit it until Friday, I'll try to summarize how this went, sort of. So yeah, that was it for today. Short session, and let's get going with the presentations again. And hopefully TAs grab some lunch until then. All right, bye guys.